Book of Revelation, chapter 7.
I am not your robot, I am not a...
Then I met Jesus and seen that the throne on I was running with the
Put your hands in the air for Carrington.
Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to the WINsdom Podcast, where we provide you with the wisdom to win in every area of life. I'm your host, Carrington Brown. So earlier this week, I was doing a consultation with an individual, actually from Jamaica, and he was telling me about where he is in life and how he's at the point where he really desires to be in a relationship that is going to lead to marriage. He expressed how he truly feels like his next relationship, the individual that he connects with, is going to be his wife, and he was asking questions basically on, what does he need to look for in a woman? How does he attract this woman? Questions like that. And so because my wife and I, we receive so much, so many emails about this topic, so many questions about this issue, we're just going to discuss it and we're going to deal with it right now. All right. So we're having the conversation and he asked me, this is who I am. This is how I am. This is where I am. As it pertains to me getting a spouse, what do I need to look for in a wife? And I think that's a simple question, but I understand why he asked it. I believe that a lot of times, especially in like the society we live in now, a lot of people feel like they have to settle in relationships. A lot of people don't feel like, hey, or not even just feel, but a lot of people don't believe that, hey, I have the capacity to be in a relationship with a high quality man or a high quality woman that is exactly what I desire. Like it is not possible for me to get what I want in a relationship. Like that's the perspective and the belief system of a lot of people. And because of that, it's causing a lot of people to become a part of relationships where they have to settle. And so I believe the real reason behind his question was the fact that he's reached a point in his life where he believes himself that, hey, I might have to settle for somebody as it pertains to a relationship, as it pertains to a commitment, as it pertains to a wife for the rest of my life. And my response to him was, what you should be seeking in a relationship from a woman, from a wife, is everything that you desire from her. Like everything that you desire from somebody in a relationship, that's what you need to be seeking from a person. Now, mind you, I believe that, everybody has preferences as it pertains to the looks of a significant other or just the physical makeup that we desire. And I don't see a problem with having a preference of the physical of a person, how you want them to look, how you want them to be shaped. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But I do believe that there is an issue if you will say no to an individual that has all of the internal characteristics that you desire, but they don't meet your height requirements, or they don't meet your weight requirements, or they don't meet the skin tone or the hair requirements that you desire. Because that stuff is like that's crazy stuff. Like if you would say no to somebody because, if for instance, a lady, if a lady would say no to a guy who is everything that she desires internally, but he's 5'10" rather than 6 foot, that's her bad. That's her bad. And so I believe that it's okay for you to have preferences of what you desire for your spouse to look like, stature, all that beautiful stuff. But it's more important to have a clear view and a clear perspective of what you desire for them to be like internally. So that was my response. Like, you go after what you desire, you pursue what you desire, but you need to write down and know exactly what you want. Because a lot of people in relationships with people that look like what they want, but internally they don't have the characteristics or the character makeup in general to be and walk in as the person that they want, if that makes sense, right? So that's what I said as it pertains to that question. Now, this next thing he asked me was, okay, got you. So I know what I desire in a wife. I know what I desire in a significant other. What do I need to do in order to attract this high-quality individual that I'm looking for? And I think this is a very important question because a lot of people, they desire relationships, but they don't put in the work to prepare themselves for the relationships. Like they think just the fact that you have a desire is all you have to do to be blessed with a relationship, and it's not. So when he asked me, what do I need to do to attract this high quality individual that I desire to be with, my response was, you yourself have to be a high quality person. Like, I know we always hear opposites attract, but like attracts like. Like, high quality people attract high quality people. And this is what that means. in order for you to attract a high-quality woman, in order for you to attract a high-quality man, you have to be high-quality yourself. And the reason why is because high-quality people have high-quality standards. And for most of us, if we be honest with ourselves, that are, well, let me say most of y'all, because I ain't single. For most of you beautiful people that are single, if you sit down by yourself and you ask yourself this question to be honest, you'll have the answer. Like if you sit down with yourself and you say, okay, this is what I want in a significant other. This is what I want in a spouse. I want them to be like this, and this. And then look yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, with who I am right now, with where I am right now in life, do I have the capacity and the ability to be able to attract the high quality individual that I desire to be with? And for the majority of you guys, the answer is no. Like there is no way where you are, how your thought process is, the way that you look, the way that you carry yourself, the way that you think could attract a high quality individual. So the way that you position yourself to attract a high quality individual is you write out a list of all the characteristics and qualities that you desire from this individual. And then you go through that list and compare yourself to that list and ask yourself, of these qualities and characteristics, which ones do I not embody? And if I do embody them, which ones am I not thriving in? And then you pursue working on that thing. You pursue working on the characteristics within yourself that you desire from somebody else. Because, and I've said it before multiple times, like, so I'm a believer in what the law of attraction says. And the reason why is because the law of attraction just came from the Bible, right? So the law of attraction says in life, you don't attract what you want, you attract what you are. So if you desire to attract an individual that is responsible, you need to be responsible. If you desire to attract an individual that is honest, you need to be honest. If you desire to attract somebody who has a high self-esteem, who is confident, who is in pursuit of purpose, who is on the grind, who is on mission, who is fully focused, who is committed to all the things that they're called to in this moment, you need to be that same way. Because if you're not that same way, you won't be able to attract this individual. Right? Now, let me step back for a second, because along with attracting this individual as it pertains to growing the characteristics of yourself to be able to be attractive to this person. So one thing that is truly foundational in attracting a high quality individual is you have to reach a point of believing that you're deserving of this person. Like a lot of people, because of how they grew up, because of the false beliefs that they've accepted as truth, it's positioned them to not truly believe that they have the capacity to attract a high quality person, let alone keep and maintain a thriving relationship with a high quality person. So you have to do the work within yourself. You have to get connected with your identity. You have to know who you are and position yourself to be able to walk in that confidently, in order for you to be able to attract a high quality individual, but also be able to steward that person properly, that relationship properly, and not sabotage it because of your lack of belief that you're deserving of it. So that's what you do to position yourself to attract a high quality individual. So one thing I always advise people to do is to be for yourself or do for yourself what you desire for somebody else to be or do for you. And the reason being is because if you desire somebody who takes you out on dates, who as a lady gets your hairs done, gets your nails done, as a fella massages your feet or massages your body, compliments you, you need to do that for yourself first. Because if you don't do it for yourself first, that'll position you when you do come in contact with an individual that does do it for you. You'll begin to elevate them on a platform. You'll begin to see them higher than what they are. A lot of times people get in relationships like this with people that do for them what they really desire for themselves. And they begin to praise the person because that individual is doing for them and towards them what they've always desired from a relationship. Because they've never done it for themselves, they begin to see the person elevated and more higher than they actually are, which causes you to worship that person and to see that person as your God and treat that person like a God when really they ain't nothing but a gift. Right? So we have to do for ourselves what we desire from other people. And so when I said that, he said, well, wait a minute. He said, so if I desire a woman that can cook, does that mean I need to cook? And I said, let me talk to you real quick about positioning, brother. And I asked him, are you able to cook right now? Can you cook? And he said, no. And I said, so if you wanted to learn how to cook, what would you have to do? Like go to cooking classes and stuff? He said, yes, I would have to go to a cooking class. And I said, well, let me ask you this. If you desire a woman that can cook and you want to know what you need to do to attract to yourself the high quality woman that has the characteristics that you desire, if in order for you to learn how to cook, you have to go to a cooking class, in that cooking class, I guarantee you're not going to be the only person there. And it's probably going to be women there learning how to cook as well. And it's more than likely going to be a woman teaching the cooking class. So by you going out and pursuing to grow and develop in the areas that you desire from somebody else, you're going to naturally position yourself in the space and the environment to connect with people that are either growing in those characteristic qualities or that are already thriving in them. And that's where a lot of people miss it. A lot of people always ask, like, how do I position myself to be found? How do I position myself to be able to go after and connect with these high quality people that I desire, or not high quality people, but the high quality person I desire to be with? You have to position yourself in that environment. And you do that by pursuing things that grow the characteristics of yourself that you desire in that other person, because that type of person have to be in that space. Nobody is going to go learn how to cook or go to a cooking class and be taught by somebody who can't cook. That don't make no sense. So the individual that is going to be teaching you knows how to cook, and the individuals in that class with you either don't know how to cook and want to learn how to cook, they know how to cook but want to know how to cook better, or they just great cooks and looking for new recipes or new avenues of cooking different foods. So that's how you position yourself in the space to be found or to find the individual that you desire. Y'all, it's not complicated. It's not complicated. All you need to do is know exactly what you want in a significant other. Look at the list, look at the characteristics, look at the qualities, and begin to pursue growing yourself in these areas so that you're positioned to attract this high quality individual. The characteristic that you desire from that individual, put yourself in spaces and environments to grow them, which will also position you to be able to connect with people growing in these characteristics or already thriving in these characteristics. Now, one thing I didn't mention that I have to is, when you're in pursuit or desiring to be pursued by a high quality man, high quality woman, one of the most important things that you can do for yourself is to go to God in prayer and ask God, what have you called me to do in my single season? You need to be working on and working towards fulfilling the purpose that God has called you to in your single season, because what that's going to do is that's going to position you in a place, in a space of, one, being content and enjoying your single season, but two, in a place where God understands and sees that, hey, I can trust him and her with a marriage, with a phenomenal relationship, because as he or she is single, they are in full pursuit of me. They are in full pursuit of the purpose that I have them called to now. Therefore, when they get in a relationship, they're going to be in full pursuit of what I've called them to do in this relationship, in this courtship, in this dating phase, in this marriage. So you have to be in full pursuit of purpose, because that's going to position you to be seen by God as trustworthy, as responsible, and as mature enough and ready for the next level in the form of a relationship. So, beautiful people, thank you guys so much for tuning in to this week's episode of the WINsdom Podcast. Once again, I'm coming to you every Wednesday. If you don't follow me on social media, I'm at _Carrington Brown on all social media platforms. If you have not taken advantage of your free 15-minute consultation, stop playing, click the link in the description box below, and let's take advantage of really growing and investing in ourselves, to position ourselves to really attract these high-quality people, but more importantly, to see ourselves and believe about ourselves that we are high quality. I look forward to speaking with you guys on next week's episode of the WINsdom Podcast. But until then, y'all have a phenomenal week. Peace out.